Welcome back to this life of ours. Can you believe it's the end of March already? Our school year has flown by. It has been so good. Probably one of the best years we've had. Probably in no small part due to the fact that we've had no disruptions. If you don't know, we're a military family. And so nearly every school year we've had, every school year we've had a move or a deployment or a reunion or something. And this year has just been so wonderful. This month I thought I would do a homeschool mom's favorite for you. I have a few categories: book for kids, school resource, an audiobook for recommendation for you, a recipe, and a regular book recommendation for you. So let's hop in. The first thing I have to recommend is the book 21 Balloons, The 21 Balloons by William Penney Dubois. We actually read this last year, not this school year, but it is such a great story. There's a professor who winds up on an island in the Pacific Ocean. And it's this. The reason we read it was because it was recommended to go along with our Earth science study last year, because it talks about the Krakow explosion. Is that right? That's the right? Now I forget. I should have looked this up. Anyway, there's a volcano at the end of the story, but it is such a great story of invention and ingenuity, and it's a not a fairy tale, but a fantastical story. I mean, obviously it's obviously not one that's actually going to happen, but it was so enjoyable, and all my kids enjoyed it. Last year when we read it, they were 11, 8, and 6. So finding a book for those ages can be difficult at times, but this one was such a great story. 21 Balloons. It was a Newbery Medal book. I didn't know that until I picked it up. But yeah, it's a great one. I got it used off of Amazon, but your library probably has it too. So if you haven't already read this one, and I would say this is probably more for like an mid to upper elementary grade level, definitely not for the younger crowd. The school resource I have for you is the website Read Theory. If you don't know it, it's a free website that will help you track your child's lexile reading levels. They'll have you read a passage, or your child read a passage, and then there are questions to go along with it. It will track it so you can see their improvement or not or not, and it puts it all on a graph. It's a great resource. I use it with my older two. They are 7th grade and 3rd grade. The pieces are nonfiction, and it's just a nice little. We do usually one a week, sometimes a couple a week, and yeah, it's just a great resource to help you track how your child's reading is improving. Audiobook for you. I love audiobooks. I listen to them a lot. I love them. I listen to them a lot in the afternoon when I am doing my afternoon cleaning and dinner, prepping dinner. I also listen to a lot of podcasts, but audiobooks are kind of my big thing right now. And the one I just finished was called House at the Edge of Night, and it takes place on an island off of Italy, and it's one of those multi-generational genre books, and it begins in, I think, like should have checked that, like 1920 type time, and goes until like current. It was a fantastic story, and just kind of makes you long for a simpler way to live. So the narrator was wonderful. So if you like audiobooks, I would really recommend this one. I checked it out from our library's Overdrive system. I'm sure it's a great read too. I just really enjoyed it as an audiobook. recipe for you. Recipe that we've been enjoying a lot is called the Best Parmesan Chicken Bake off of All Recipes. I will link everything below, including the recipe. I have modified it a little bit, but what I love about it is that I can prep it in the morning, put it in the fridge, and then I don't have to deal with it until, so by the time I get up for dinner, it's ready, but I don't have to think about it the rest of the day, and it goes together really easily. Just the chicken, sauce, you can use store-bought or homemade, either way, Parmesan, and then they use croutons ground up. I just use breadcrumbs. I will link the original version and as well as my adaptation to it, and that will be linked below. And a book for you is the #1 Ladies Detective Agency series. There are like, I don't know, I want to say close to 20 books in the series. I've only recently discovered them, and I'm on book 2. Yeah, I'm on book 2 right now. No, book 3. It's a wonderful series. It's not a mystery or what you would typically think of as a detective type story. It's set in Botswana, and it's more the story about the lady who happens to be a detective rather than about a detective, if that makes sense. The ones that she solves are more like, in one of the books she phrased it as questions that people want answered, rather than what you would typically think of as a mystery. So the writing is fantastic, the stories are good, and again, kind of like The House at the Edge of Night, it just makes you kind of wish for a simpler way of living. So that are my homeschool mom favorites for the month of March. If you have something that you've been loving, I'd love for you to leave a comment below, and thanks for watching.